What's up, you guys? You're welcome to the Pop Culture Parrots. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time that I post. So let's get right into it. If you know, you know, but Nicki Minaj has kept her foot on Jay-Z's neck. And my previous video has a full breakdown of the entire history of the drags and where the issue and the beef stemmed out from. But I think one of the tweets that I did not include in that video is probably one of the most iconic tweets in a long time, where Nicki would quote a tweet that says Nicki Minaj has now surpassed Jay-Z to become the sixth longest charting rapper of all time, and she would just respond, "Move." The shade of it all is so crazy. To just respond, "Move," to camel face is crazy. And then she would go on station head to show love to Beyonce immediately after by playing Sweet Dreams, Alien Superstar, and Flawless Remix, showing that the beef is not between her and Beyonce. She has no bad blood with Beyonce, but the problem is her man. Beyonce's man is the problem. So Nicki's playing Beyonce on station head rather, was just to show that she has no bad blood with Bey. She has no bad blood with Beyonce. And if you know, you know that the issues between Nicki and Jay did not start today. And imagine that Bey has been sending Nicki flowers almost every single year for her birthday and sending her gifts during Thanksgiving while Nicki and her husband were not on good terms. I think that's so crazy to me. I don't know what's going on beyond the scene, but it just gives off the energy that they are both on good terms, and whatever goes on between Jay and Nicki, as usual, Beyonce is excluding herself from the drama. And I think that's one thing Bey is really good at, is removing herself from the drama. Whenever stuff happens, Beyonce immediately removes herself from the drama. But child, anyways, the drama between Jay and Nicki doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon. But we're just going to have to watch and see. We're really just going to have to watch and see, because the issue is a lot more deeper than we think. It's a lot more deeper than we think. So moving on, I know you guys remember Eve. She was a female rapper. Is a female rapper that debuted in the 90s. That when she put out her album, Jay-Z called her and told her, "Congrats, but don't get your hopes up because female rappers don't really do well." And if you remember, Eve is also an actress. She's a really talented actress. She's so good at what she does, both rapping and acting. She's super good. And she worked with Nicki on the set of Barber's Shop. And she stated it that when she found out that Nicki was coming on set for Barbershop, she immediately went to therapy. She would state, "I've lived through what happens when women project their own insecurities onto other women. It happened at the start of my career and continued in waves as my fame grew. I wasn't going to be that woman to someone else, but in order to do that, I had to physically and mentally prepare myself. Nicki and I were actually fine on sets. We got along well and shot our scenes together with no problems. It was nothing like what I had expected, but again, I'm thankful that I prepared myself for it." So like I said before, if you know, you know exactly what Eve's career was like. She was being attacked by the women that she looked up to, by even the men she looked up to. She was so young when she got into the game, so she was sort of naive and made mistakes, and had women and people that were older than her and you would expect to do better than her prey on her innocence. And that was how her career kind of took a left turn. It was the absence of proper management, having right people on her side, and that type of stuff. So it's easy to understand why seeing Nicki be super successful would kind of make her project her own insecurities. And how impressive is it that she recognized that she could possibly be the problem while on set, and it had to go to therapy to fix it. And now imagine if her and Nicki fell out during the shooting of the Barbershop. It would be, "Oh, Nicki beefs with everybody. Nicki beefs with everybody. Nicki has issues with everybody. Nicki just got her beef with Lil Kim, Yezilia, Remy, and now it's Eve." Remy hadn't come out at the time, but you get the point. So that's just how important it is to realize that you can be the problem and to fix the problem. And I'm really happy Eve did that. And no shade, I feel if Lil Kim had gone that route, things would have been a lot better between her and Nicki. If she was truthful to herself enough to realize that, oh, I could be insecure seeing this girl win. I could feel some type of way seeing this girl win. And that is terrible. And fix it. Her and Nicki would never have had issues. Ever. Ever. But child, that train has left the station. But I'm super super proud of Eve. She looks so beautiful for her age. I think she's 44 or 45, and she looks absolutely stunning. She looks stunning. In other news, the VMAs have released the list of the artists that were most talked about during the VMAs show. With Lisa at 33 million, Taylor Swift at 18 million, Les Seraphim, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, at 3.8 million, Chappell Rowan at 3.6 million, Sabrina Carpenter at 2.7 million, Katy Perry at 2.2 million, and Tyler at 2.1 million. And the public could not help but notice that the host that allegedly made the VMAs one of the most viewed in the last 3 years was apparently missing from this list of most talked about artists. And it's very funny because she was the host, but so why isn't she on the list? I'm just saying. Why isn't she on the list? On the topic of lists, I just want to casually, without any reason in particular, introduce you to the list of the most awarded rappers of all time. Number 4 is Drake with 193 awards. Number 3 is Kanye West with 273 awards. Jay-Z is number 2 with 275 awards. And number 1 is the Minaj herself, Miss Minaj, the Harajuku Barbie, Roman, Chun Li, Red Ruby, the Sleaze, with 445 awards. And there was no particular reason, I just decided to include this list for educational purposes, child. So still on the topic of Eve would state, I'd see her writing songs on the bus, that's Nicki, in between takes, hurrying off set to go hit some show dates over the weekend and come right back on set for these 12 to 16 hour shoots, all while trying to hold together her personal life and her relationship. It was at that moment that I didn't envy her, and I kind of wanted to give her a hug. I thought I was going to resent her, and all I really felt was compassion. I remembered being that person, the girl who felt like she had to do it all, the girl who was pressured to do it all because it was all eyes on her. Instead of feeling insecure around Nicki, I started to sympathize with her. So that was Eve in her book, visibly highlighting everything she saw Nicki go through, being on set for 12 to 16 hours, leaving to go to a show, coming back on set, dealing with her personal life, and so much more. So much hard work, from a movie shoot to covering shows to her personal life. Eve began to feel sort of sorry for Nicki and see all the work she had to put in and all the pressure that was on her. I was literally about to post this video and Nicki posted her response to Eve, where she will say, "Dear Eve, the various things you have shared recently are groundbreaking in my opinion for so many reasons. First, thank you. The level of grace, the level of emotional and spiritual maturity it takes to be this vulnerable and transparent. It's a sign of true peace, happiness, fulfillment, and mastery of self. Self-reflection at its height. I always say that I think accountability is the sexiest trait a person can have." So this is just a part of the letter. Nicki wrote an entire love letter to Eve in response, like right now. She just posted it on her Twitter, stating that she was a fan of Eve, and Eve was one of the biggest trendsetters and has been such an inspiration to Nicki's career, her fearlessness, her drive, so many things, lessons that Nicki picked up from Eve. And it's just so beautiful to see the love between the both of them and see Eve be so mature emotionally, spiritually, among other things. But child, it's all love. It's genuinely all love. And I think this is one of the biggest moments because it's a girl and a fan. It's Nicki being one of the biggest female rappers of all sorry, apology. It's Nicki being the biggest female rapper of all time and still being a fangirl. And I think that's just so beautiful. And I bet you the blogs are not going to carry this. They are not going to post about this because it doesn't buy into the narrative of bitter Nicki that he tried to paint. Bitter Nicki, lonely Nicki, hater Nicki. It doesn't fit into that narrative. So they're just going to pretend that this never ever happened. It never happened. The interaction never happened. But that's nothing new. We're used to the drama. We're used to the pretense. But anyways, so Cardi B is apparently the new Chun Li in town. After dragging Nicki in 2018 for embracing the Chun Li persona, Cardi B has now challenged Chun Li for herself. And people are saying this is Chun Li's sister, Ugly. I'm so sorry for laughing, but it's just so funny. Ugly is crazy. Ugly is crazy. Another said is a red tardy the sleaze. Red tardy the sleaze. If you know that's what that's supposed to mean, you know. If you know, you know. But red tardy the sleaze is crazy. But child, this was the look. This was the look. And she doesn't look bad, but they aren't too far off either. They aren't too far off either. And people were saying, oh, she ate Chun Li up. And I'm like, which Chun Li? It's not the Chun Li that's on your screen right now. You can't be talking about the Chun Li that's on your screen right now. She ate who? She ate what? Okay, that's what I thought. It can't be the Chun Li that's on your screen right now. It cannot be. But child, that's about that for now. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time that I post. Thank you.